Hey, I hope everyone's having a really good weekend. So, I want to bring you up to speed on what we're learning. We're always learning new things, and right now, the push really is on building community, how community will help grow your business. And that is very true. Um, Instead of bringing people into your website, you bring them into a free community, and boom, that opens many more income streams. To be able to offer people interested in what you're initially offering. And what if that's not perfect for them and they want something else? Well, you'll have other things in there, and at the same time build your emailing list just as you do your website, but this is more expansion. So anyways, I've been putting mine together with Groove funnels, because we have Groove member, and we also have Groove webinar. So Groove is offering a 1 year free right now, uh, full-blown website. I got in 2020, yeah, or 2020, I mean. Yeah, as a I don't know what you call it, an ambassador, or the first, like, you get in and you get lifetime perks for being something that helps start up something. But yet they're still offering, they just opened the gate again for this new offer where you can also buy lifetime. The lifetime costs more than when I got in, but it's still a good deal, because what you would do is compare this to something like ClickFunnels, and you can see exactly how that weighs out. And when I got in, we were running in beta mode, so a lot of things weren't operational. Now things are starting to work properly and excellent. I mean, yeah, they should be after um, 4 or 5 years, but it's running really good, and it also gives you that knowing of that's a stable platform. Even though everyone goes through their things, they kind of diverted to Groove AI for a while, and now I think they're trying to build up some cash again to start working on getting Groove going again. So in my description below, you will find a link for that, and it would be worth taking advantage of no matter what you are planning to do. Even if you don't get into the Legacy Builder program, it would be worth it just to learn web skills in a higher end professional platform. I know you can go to Systemy, and I'll put a link for that as well. But that's a little more simplistic, and that's where Legacy Builder is built on that platform. That's why you get a free host. We build it on Systemy, and just push button template up there. And that's great for running your Legacy Builder program. It works perfect for everything you want to do. But when you get more advanced, you want more options and things like that. I know in the Legacy Builder program, the opportunity for community is going in the direction of school, and that's where our digital growth community is. Uh, how do you say that? Is operating on, and we're all school members. And the nice thing about that is you get the school app, and if you're part of other communities in school, then it's just a click of a button to jump between all the different ones that you're in to see what's new and what you want to learn. I really like that. Eventually I will be going into school, but right now I'm keeping my costs very minimal. Um I already have group funnels, and so I'm going to go that route, and you can go that route for 1 year too. That'll give you enough time, and it wouldn't take much to rebuild in school after, and then just send your people over there using the free platform. I'm pretty sure all the functions and features work. I'm not sure for sure, but you'll have to look into that yourself. This is just something I'm telling you about. And I'm also going to include another tool that I recently found, and it's called Photo P. It's very much like Adobe Photoshop, and it's a web-based, like cloud-based software that you do not have to install in your computer. And it does everything Adobe Photoshop does. Pretty much feels like Adobe Photoshop, without the monthly fee if you need something just to quickly tune up some graphics before you bring them into an app on your phone or something to crop and write text and just simplify things before you put filters and features and stuff like that on your photos. Me, I just needed something for cropping, and I knew there had to be something else out there. I remember GIMP was one of the ones we used to use, that was very similar to Photoshop, but I like Photopea. I think it's pretty amazing, and yeah, so that's it for today for tips and tricks and new stuff you can try. Where I wanted to go today was talking about, what was I going to talk about? Give me a moment. Oh, I was going to talk about the 90-day sprint that we have going on. It's really good. We're on day 21 now, and I'm behind. I had to take some time off and get my mind in a really good place, and now I'm ready to start thinking about all that again. While I was using the time in a funk, I built my membership site on Groove, and I also created my videos for my webinars and got all that running. So it wasn't a total waste of time. I just wasn't in the mood for making videos, if you can understand that. And you kind of have to get your brain and shit together in order to do this. You can do faceless though. And anyways, the beautiful thing about the first 21 days so far is talking about our ideal customer and who that would be, and how you need to speak as if you're having a conversation or coffee with somebody at a table and narrow down who that customer would be. And they always say the most ideal customer to start with in your practice would be someone like yourself. So if you're having, or think maybe of one of your friends and you're telling them about this. So with that in your mind while you're making your video, it makes it a lot easier to make your video because you're already comfortable with that person. And you kind of know a little bit about them to be able to touch the points that we get into, not to put fear in people, but pain points. You kind of know some of your friends and what's going on, the struggles in their life and things like that. So if every day you kind of put a different person in your mind, from even looking in the past of the conversations you've had with people, you could talk about, like work-related stress, or bills keep coming in and more bills than money. Struggling with daycare expenses and, that heart-wrenching want to stay home with kids, and not enough quality time with your partner and not enough money to make memories with your family. You don't want to just sit at home and watch TV. I mean, you want to go out and create a life where you can take your kids to Disneyland or to the beach or on a nice vacation somewhere in a cabin, maybe to the zoo, or have beautiful experiences where you can afford a babysitter a little more often and go out with your partner for a nice dinner, not McDonald's. Go somewhere like a 5-star restaurant and treat yourself. Yeah, so, and not always worrying about when the fridge is going to break down or the dishwasher or, things that happen in life or car repairs, and to build a nest egg. Well, we really like to build a nest egg. And when I got into this, I was really struggling. And I still am struggling because I put a lot of money into my tiny house and other things, and and I thought this was a good investment, because even though it was difficult to get this together, even putting it on credit, to get it up and running, at the full steam. I wanted the $900 program because this is a lifetime deal. And I know, based on all my learning with digital marketing and marketing online and online web presence and things like that from way back with the Frank Kern and all those other people, even with GrowthFunnels and Mike Filsain and all the people I've been following pretty much since the early 2000s, um, the core hasn't changed. You know, they put different spins on these things, but it hasn't changed. And funnels are funnels, and digital products are digital products. They've been digital products since day one. I mean, what's getting better is now we have more tools to make it easier. We don't have to hard code. We don't have to have tech skills. And that's why this is such a good program to get into as a business startup, an easy setup. It's just a couple push buttons and you're up and running. Now, when we have these dilemmas in our life, I remember when I had web notations and I was starting a business back in 1998, somewhere around there. We had to make everything from scratch. Everything. I mean, you had to know how to upload on a server. You had to do HTML coding. You had to learn how to do your own contact management, CMR. You had to do JavaScripts and all this stuff just to get a site up and running and have a form to fill out and a shopping cart. Well, it's not like that anymore. And that's why I was talking about GrowthFunnels and Systemy. When you get the template from Legacy Builder program, you click the button, then you just put your personal info in there, and then you get your Stripe and PayPal account. I think you can use Square. I haven't set up Square yet. But and then you follow the videos, and it's so simple. It's copy and paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Take you a couple hours to do this, maybe a full day or a weekend if you're really not nervous and very new to all this. But you know, a couple hours, you'll have it up and running. And you just want to make sure you take your time and do it step by step. Once it's up and running, it's up and running. You don't have to worry about it at all. It does all the work for you. That's why we call it the automated system, because all you're going to do from that point on is tell people about your website. Send people to your website. The website will collect the person's email address, and all the emails are another push button thing that pops them into the autoresponder. Yeah. And then you go into each individual email and put your web address where it says to and your name where it says to, and that's it. And then as time goes on, when you start following the 90-day sprint and stuff, you'll start learning some things on how to use that platform a little bit better, so that if you want to expand on the emails being sent out or sending out a newsletter, you get another more step-by-step instructions on how to do it, how to add videos and things in there, and make it a little more fancy and customized to your own personal style. But when you first get the system, it's simple and good enough. I mean, that's the same system that Michelle used for the first year in her business when she hit $1 million. She didn't have nothing fancy in there, and that's all she used was the free system. She didn't pay for ads. She just used organic marketing, which is social media and free classified ads, and it's still working today. She's already up to $5 million and has, I don't know how many income streams now, but probably up to 20, and now starting the community thing. This all doesn't have to be complicated. It is made for everyday people. That's why this is beautiful. Everyday people can get into this now. Like when I go back to when I used to do this, I mean, you had to study and study and study and study, and you had to have some kind of background. You had to understand all those different scriptings and codings and uploading and file uploading. And that's why I got into this, because I was going to say, like, let's say you're in a situation. You're always worried if you have job stability, or let's say you have a job and you're only getting called in every so often. You can't really let's say you're always on call. I mean, you can't allocate time and a routine to creating and doing all this stuff if you were doing it from scratch. Just like if you were a mom with young children. It's impossible to do that. You know, it's easy. We all go on social media. It's easy to post 3 videos, short 15-second, 30-second videos a day, and maybe like go to the classified.com or something and use ChatGPT to make your ad and copy paste 10 classifieds in a half an hour before you go to sleep at night, or in the morning before everybody wakes up, or on your lunch hour. Very simple to do. And with all these new faceless programs and stuff, I think faceless takes a little more time to build the trust. But really, look at me, I'm talking here. I don't know how many minutes. We're already on 13, 15, 16 minutes. It's easy to get in 30 to 40 seconds worth of video. So where I'm going with this is time stability. You know, you could live somewhere and you don't know what's going to happen next. You want to keep working on what we call the action and money-making steps. You don't want to be shuffling papers, and you don't want to be spending all day watching YouTube and learning how to do things. All the free stuff you get. No, you don't want to do that. That's not making you money. Sure, that's great later when you have money coming in and you have some time on your hands, and you know there's a steady flow of money coming in, and that you don't have to go to your job anymore. Right now, you're trying to either you're scrambling to make a second income for your family, or you are trying to get out of your job, or you're trying to make ends meet because everything's so expensive. So you want to get in, you want to get your business up and going, and you want to focus on those action money-making skills. And that is putting up the classified ads, making the 15-second, 2-minute videos, and maybe getting into doing lives because they're really good. And promoting community if you can create a community. But first, just focus on getting an understanding of the digital education package that you're going to purchase to do this business. Follow the lessons. And usually, you know, once the website's up and you're into the lessons, then the lessons go into how to use Canva, and they go into graphics and video and lots of stuff. But really, you want to just focus on getting the website up, and then an introduction to the classified part, and the making simple videos. And then I would say go into the 90-day sprint. No matter what day they're on, start on the first day, and follow the latest one. You have to get into level 2 to access it, and that means you need to get engagement happening in the community. It's not very hard. All you have to do is congratulate people on their wins, add in some kind of comments, and be very polite. And when you first go in community, you want to just listen for a while, feel it out, get to know how it operates, how people are, and then get more into the helping and things like that once you get more experience yourself. I know what is appropriate to share and what isn't, because you can't go in there promoting some of your other stuff, because it's a community that is just geared to helping each other win in their legacy builder business. So you want to know the do's and don'ts. But anyways, you get yourself up to level 2. Basically, you're going to introduce yourself, say, hey, I'm happy, I'm here, I'm looking forward to learning with the community, and see what's going on, and positive feedback, and boom, you got level 2. There is another one you could start with, and it's called 10K in 30 days. Yeah, so you could start there. That one's, you don't have to be any level. But yeah, the really good up-to-date stuff is the 90-day sprint. And I would say just do what it takes, get the points, get in there, and run with it. Yeah, so anyways, Legacy Builder is amazing. It's not it isn't Mickey Mouse. It's pretty darn serious, and pretty soon I'm going to have compiled a testimonial video. If you get into my website at dailypayformula.com, you will receive emails from me, and I'm going to put a link in there to the testimonial and a link to join my community, and we can watch the latest webinars in there as well. I'm still working on it. It's not completely finished, because every time you're learning something new, there's a component of another component that I have to work on. So, like with the membership, I now have to work on the email component to set up the mailing list. There's another part too. I can't remember what it is, but yeah. And then I want to also create a book. Yeah. So I want to put an attachment in for a book. Yeah, and I think a book is a great idea. Charging for a book is a great idea. Something that could create another income stream for you and another lead-in page, and that way you know you are getting customers that actually want to do this business, want to do a business, want to do something, depending on what you write the book about. It doesn't take very long to write a book, especially with the help of ChatGPT. And then you could even put it on Amazon or other places where books are sold. And I've seen recently people are selling books for like $5. So you could sell a book with links in it to your site. And that could be very useful to growing your business. It's always been. I mean, when we look back, we used to give free stuff. Well, free stuff gets people who are tire kickers. If you charge for a book, you are going to get somebody that actually is looking for a real solution to their problem. And that is, if it's starting a business and how to start a business and different things. Even content that's in this video right now could be a book to introduce someone to your Legacy Builder program. And it's useful, it has value in it, and starting places. I could add so much more to this, but the video already is getting to be 25 minutes. Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. So yeah, didn't want to make too big of a video today, but you know what I'm saying. So a paid customer would be somebody that is actually looking for something, and if they are paying for a book, they see it as value, they like and trust you, and they're going to want to get more information in your community. That's how you can get them in your community, and then you can build on that with other things, even if they're not interested in Legacy Builder. But yeah, books are great. Books ebooks have been out since the beginning of time, since online marketing started. It's never old. It isn't. It depends what the content is. And people have Kindles, and they have documents in their computer. It's all about the value. So anyways, that's my video for today. Yeah, take a look at dailypayformula.com. All those things I talked about will come to you in time through the email or the newsletter. But for now, I have a lot of work to do. This is stuff I've chose to do because I've had some projects in my head for a long time prior to Legacy Builder. I don't want you discouraged in any way. Legacy Builder is so darn easy. Once you purchase the Legacy Builder program or one of the other ones that you can afford or that is perfectly aligned with you for your start point, I can understand if you're skeptical, but trust me, I'm one of the biggest skeptics. I think everybody's a slimy thing that's trying to weasel dick the world around. Yeah, it's a very good value program. I bought the 100 because I was just sick of buying program after program after program after program. And the only reason I'm not making some serious progress is because My mind is on a lot of other things, and I self-confidence about my hygiene and just a bunch of other things, and pain management. You know, I can't be myself. I want to be myself, and that means being playful and happy and fun, and I can't really do that where I am right now. There's too much fluctuation and things, and that's understandable. But anyways, and that's no excuse. So I'm not going to use it as an excuse. I have found other ways to go around it. It might not be as productive or quick as it could be, but you know, everybody has their own circumstances and their own pace. And there are people in this Legacy Builder program, as you'll see with the testimony videos that I'm going to put up in the next day or two, how different they all are, and how they've all made different amounts of money in different time frames within a year. And it's crazy awesome, and it's growing and getting better all the time. I mean, I would say we're at 50,000 Legacy Builder members in the digital growth community right now. You know, once the ball gets rolling and rolling, you know, it starts getting exponential. But there is no saturation if that's what you're concerned about. There's another person turning 18 years of age every day, every freaking day, you know. And there's somebody retiring every day, and there's somebody losing their job every day, and there's somebody having a baby every day. I mean, it's all in the timing, and it's all about practicing for this first year, getting your message good and understanding what you're doing. That's really all that it's about. Myself, I'm still refining myself, even in all the chaos. And yeah, so so don't think that you know, when I look at all of it, it's no different than when I started web notations, making web pages, and putting stuff out for people back in 1990. When was that? 98, 96, somewhere around there. I think it was 96 when I started. Nothing has really changed. It's just there were trailblazers and people that started and seeing the business opportunities a lot sooner. And it wasn't until the pandemic, really, in 2020, when other people who are, you know, everyday normal common people, living, you know, the way school structure and all that geared life to be, when they started looking more at stuff like this. But the thing is, it wasn't set up as easy as this. And trust me, I know a good system when I see one. I've looked at so many. And I also, at the time, was looking for a system for someone who had no skills whatsoever, because I didn't want to go through a teaching curve. And I based it on another friend of mine's abilities. And I thought, if I'm going to do this and I have to teach somebody something, if you know, they want to do something or want to learn computers, I want it to be something where they could do it all by themselves and they would be okay. Anybody could do this. They are, like I say, a 10 or 12-year-old who's on a computer right now could do this business, no problem at all. So don't think that you have, and that's why we have community. If there is no stupid question. If you have a question or you're not sure about something, just ask. However it gets worded, nobody's going to judge you or care. Just ask, and somebody's going to answer you. And worst case scenario, I think it's $100 to get a tech support person to set up your website. Once it's set up properly and perfectly, you never have to touch it again, and you'll never question if it was done right or not. But again, follow the videos. I don't think you could screw it up. But everybody is different, and some people have anxiety more than others, or doubt or concerns. So yeah, as I said, I've looked at a lot of things, and even the 90-day sprint. She tells you all the free tools to go online and use for any of the things she's talking about. She'll show you everything she's ever done, and you're learning this from a person who has now made $5 million. I mean, it was just a few months ago, Michelle was at $4 million. I mean, that's the thing about online business, and you start adding more income streams. You will start making, like, if you have 5 apartment buildings, okay, you start with one. It's like you start with one house, say, to rent, and you only get one income. And then you go to a duplex, you get 2 incomes. And you go to a fourplex, an eightplex, apartment building that has 100 units in it. That's what multiple income streams are. And when you start with Legacy Builder, you start with 4 income streams if you get into the full $900 program. And that means a customer who looks at the website and sees the 4 options, they're going to pick one of the 4 to get started, and then they have the opportunity later to upgrade. And that is a great thing, because not everyone can afford the $900 to start. But I do know from my own experience, if you have $100, and $100 is pretty easy to get. You buy the $100 program and you see what's in the community, because we all have the same access to the community. And you start seeing what's going on in there. And you start seeing what's going on in the outside world, because as you have access to all the different people in the leaderboard, they have links to their social media and stuff. You can go in there and see their progress on their social platforms, and you can read the comments, you can watch their video, you can see how many followers they have, you can see the DM comments, of how many people are saying, I'm interested, DM me, or that, sounds great, and that is telling you it's working. And if you look at all the different ones from those, you'll know what are good videos and which ones to create something similar. I haven't got that much time to start doing that yet, but that's part of researching. And you'll also know that Michelle wouldn't allow lying in the community. She's very picky and hard-assed, and firm. She's fun and happy and beautiful and a really nurturing and loving person, but she doesn't tolerate any bullshit. The other day too, I saw some dude who was downmarking the website on one of these commission affiliate program things. And Michelle went right over there and kicked butt and got that down as fast as her lawyer could fix it. That's another good thing about the Legacy Builder program, is it's locked in a vault. Nobody can set lower prices. We're all the same price range. And you're always going to know that you are selling your products for the price that you signed up at selling them for. And always new products are getting put in there. I mean, I've seen so much of this other digital master resale rights, private label rights, or whatever, and there's so much competition out there, and they keep underpricing. If you can get it dirt cheap or for free somewhere, you're not going to pay the $500. That's why people go affiliate. A lot of them do, but this is different. It's all locked into the Kajabi vault sort of thing, and you have to go in through the system, and it's just set up lock, tight, secure. Whereas the other things that were offered out there, you buy it, it could be tossed around however, and it loses its value. And then affiliate programs. There's another one, DWA. I bought that one too. I like it. Because I wanted, I always have to have 2 things, a backup plan or something. But I'm finding I'm learning different ways of looking at things through the different programs, so they're complementary to me. I focus on the Legacy Builder program because I really love that one. And I also put links for the DWA too, because I like the $900, of course. The DWA is for, I think, $497 and 90% commission. It used to be sold, but they were having so much troubles with Etsy and things like that, and people not following the rules, that they decided to go affiliate. Many MLMs and network marketing will probably go affiliate because of so many reasons. I can see that in the future. And so many companies like that go out of business within 3 or 4 years. This won't go out of business. It'll be in business forever. Everyone's going to be wanting these skills. You know, and it doesn't matter that there's other skills out there. Our skills are always being updated, and a beginner is beginner. I mean, you learn to drive a car, right? Has that really changed much in the last 50 years? Not really. I mean, yeah, we went from standard to automatic, but other than that, hasn't really changed much. I mean, unless we go to telepathy or something. Maybe the ignition keys changed a little bit, but in the road structure and infrastructure of the highways and stuff and the signs, nothing's changed. I don't see this changing much. Technology for tools and things like that is going to change. The computers we use are going to change. Yeah, maybe some of the encryption is going to change, or digital economy is going to maybe change. But I can't see, you know, selling an orange is still the same selling an orange as it was years ago. Now we just have fancy packaging and conveyor belts and, yeah, different distribution. But we still sell an orange. Like this cup of coffee is still poured in this cup and passed from one hand to another. I mean, digital economy, digital stuff isn't much different. unless they have teleporting. And then you can have this cup, and I could to you right through the air, and you can have that hot cup of coffee if you lived in another country, from my country to your country, in a split second. That's the only thing that would be different. Yeah. Anyways, have a great day. dailypayformula.com. Check it out. Get on your journey to your own freedom, building your own legacy, or just learning skills. You know, with all this stuff going on in the world, it's good to have a mind distraction on something that's going to keep you in positive mindset, and it is going to teach you things that your mind is going to go on these journeys. It's going to start thinking of all the different things that you can do. And do you know what it's like to have something like the Legacy Builder program in these shaky times, knowing you have that as a backup plan? And you can just keep learning this every evening a little bit, all the time. Listen to their webinars all the time. It puts you in a positive, happy mood. And your mind starts to go on these trips thinking about all these different things. You start dream building. You don't even worry if you're going to lose your job. I mean, I can say that based on the way I used to work at the resort and stuff. Because I've done other stuff before. I felt that way when I was in Valentis Coffee. Just having that, knowing, well, if something happened, I got Valentis Coffee I can fall back on. Thank God I didn't, though, because Valentis Coffee went out of business. That's why I'm not really big on the network marketing and the MLM stuff. But I will do the one thing that I have, because it's kind of run like a co-op membership, and that's another link I'll put down in there. And it's livegoodvibes.com. Because everyone needs to have health, and what I like is the inflammation and remover, and I love the weight loss coffee. That is one thing I miss, the Valentis coffee, and my coffee should be in the mail any day now, and you'll see a video of me making some of this coffee, and I'm hoping it's as good as I think it's going to be. So anyways, that is another little income stream that cost me $10 a month to be a member. It was $40 to start, and I can buy when I want to, just like a Costco membership, and I can promote it, and every time I promote it I can make $20. And yeah, so I'm buying those vitamins anyways, so that and protein, electrolytes and all that stuff. I was buying them at my local Kelly's store and off Amazon, and I figured, shit, I'm gonna join this livegoodvibes.com, and I'm going to have my own store my storefront that I can buy through. And then just, what's the difference if it comes in the mail from Amazon or there? And I've already built people underneath me, so that's really cool. And that's going to be a slow long-term growth, but it does go 10 people deep, which is really cool. So that is the only one that I seen was really worth getting into. And the other thing might be affiliate marketing using ClickBank or something like that. But I really like this Legacy Builder program because there's so much you can do as topics of interest and create your YouTube channel. And I needed something to have an excuse, I guess, to make content every day so I could build my YouTube channel, and I want to get it monetized. And once I get this practice up and going for a while, then I'll have more in my mind what I want to talk about. But you do need to have some kind of mental stability, I guess, where you're not affected by so many people's emotions and things like that going on erratically. And you need some home stability and allocated time to make those long 1-hour videos. And wow, 41 minutes already. See, it's not hard to make a video. Yeah. So anyways, have a good weekend, and that's it for today, because this is getting long-winded. Hopefully there was some value in this, and love to see you in the community. Any questions or whatever, you can mail me at FionaBlackstar@hotmail.com, and I would love to help you out, get started in your business. My whole life, I love business. I was in Paro. I was in the Chamber of Commerce. I took business college at Confederation College. I never finished my business admin program, but I love the marketing part. And then I got into computers, and then I did my own business startup. And I also, in web notations and computers, and then I got into Revit Motorsports, which is dirt bikes and stuff like that. I love business. I think it's really awesome, and the more you learn business skills, you will never. And I want to give people fishing rods. I don't want to give people fish. I want people to learn to fish. I think that's the best thing in life, and I will be there for you. You email me, and anything you want to ask me, go for it, or get me on my Facebook, FionaBlackstar.com, or Fiona Blackstar on Facebook, and yeah, just message me. I will be more than happy to help you get started in your business. And maybe my life's not running so smooth, but I promise you, if your life's pretty stable and good, and you get going on this, you'll be doing good as some of the people are doing in there. I mean, I can't promise you anything because I don't know your levels, and everyone has different skills. But let's say you've done some stuff in your past, like even done MLM and network marketing or any of those house parties, or you're good with people, you're a hostess with a mostess, you love putting things together, yeah. And if you love time, there's a lady in this business right now, she's a cyclist. All she wanted was time to cycle. I mean, she had a job that was sucking the life out of her, and she was missing her bicycle. So she started a bicycle community, and she's in Africa, and she has done so good in 25 weeks, I think it was, or less, or maybe not even that long. And well, maybe it was 25,000 in like 5 weeks or something. She's just gone gangbusters. Now she's cycling, and all she does is talk and live for this business because she loves this business so much that it got her out of prison, slave job prison, and out on the road and having fun. And now she's putting together cycling events and all kinds of stuff. It's like, it's how bad do you want this? But it really does help when you're in a good frame of mind, a good place, positive thinking, happiness. Like, you got a mission, something that you want to do the legacy builder as the thing for, like that's really awesome. Like, it doesn't get better than that. And legacy builder is open to anything. It's so general and so easy. Anybody can do this business. It's picking your theme and finding your passion. That's it. All right. Have a good weekend.